Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the second seeding game of today's U23 Men's Fast Pitch Softball Championship here in Carp, Ontario. This features number 6, Alviston Aces, as the home team, and number 7, the host, Ottawa Valley Chiefs, as the visiting team. On the line here is a place in the Saturday's playoff round. The loser will be eliminated from contention, and the winner of this game will be able to move on to participate in the playoff round. So we've got Nick Ford pitching for the Alviston Aces. After the first pitch of the game, we've got a dispute here with the home plate umpire, Malcolm Murray, discussing the Softball Canada pitching rules with Ford.
Nick Ford threw an entire game the other day and had one quick conversation, and that was it, through the exact same way the entire game. So I haven't really seen the shoot overly enforced of late, Adam. I certainly hope it doesn't become an issue here in this game.
Coach Andy Treist is out to discuss with home plate umpire Malcolm Murray from Alberta. I'm sure he'll want to make sure that his pitcher is following the Softball Canada rules in accordance with the rule book so that there are no further issues throughout this game.
Home plate umpire calling in his teammates here to have a further chat.
The other umpires, the first base umpire is Marcel Saint-Jean, and the third base umpire is Jean-Claude Boisvert.
Austin Eady leading things off for the Ottawa Valley Chiefs, followed by Dyson Cassidy and Eli Bratney. Chiefs and Junior Aces played a great game the other night. Chiefs took a 6-2 lead into the bottom of 7, and Alliston was able to come back and walk it off 7-6.
Yeah, that was the Wednesday night showcase game, Ryan, at 8 o'clock.
It was. After a meeting, Jean-Claude Boisvert gives a thumbs up to the pitcher and coaches of both teams, and let's play ball. Change up in there for a strike. Strike 3 on the outside corner. 1 out. For those of you who were with us last game,
now up for the Ottawa Valley Chiefs.
We've since, and earlier in the week, we have since moved the scoreboard to the right-hand side. If you are not in a full screen mode, the live and number of viewers from the Facebook feed is causing some conflict with our own score on the screen. So our man in the booth here, Sheldon, was kind enough to move it over. Apparently YouTube puts their live on the right-hand side and Facebook puts theirs on the left. So
it's like legal pitch there, Ryan.
pushes the count to 1-1. Sits back on that changeup. Pushes it into left center, and Ethan Smith
now
able
up
to
for
get under
Ottawa
it.
Valley, the second baseman, number 10, Eli Bratney.
As I stated earlier, about a minute or two ago, Adam, Nick Ford and Caden Schmotz threw 2 great games. I believe it was yesterday, and no illegal pitches were called. Really hope that it is not point of emphasis here in this game after players have been allowed to pitch this week. Two balls on the illegal pitch called again.
The Aces played quite a marathon game last night, Ryan. They beat the Tavistock previously undefeated Tavistock Merchants 15-14 in an 8-inning game. It was quite something. I witnessed the end of it.
Pushes that one in the ground. Nick Ford not able to get there in time. And Eli Bratney in with an infield single. Giving the Chiefs a base runner here with 2 outs in the top of the first inning.
Now up for Ottawa Valley, number 2, Kurt McCann.
Designated player Kurt McCann also throws for the Chiefs. Hit and run on. Not able to get in there at first. Tired for the 3rd out of the inning. After the top half of the first, 1 hit and 1 left on, no runs. With the Alviston Junior Aces coming up to bat.
Up first for the Aces, we have the right fielder, number 33, Matt Wheeler.
Welcome back, folks. Bottom of the first, Matt Wheeler, Brody Smith, and Jackson Pegalo to get things started. Corey Baldwin on the bump for the Ottawa Valley Chiefs. Threw a gem against the Junior Aces the other night, right up until the 7th inning. I don't know that we had did we have a meeting at the mound at all last game, Adam? That one's in there for ball 1, which is count to 1-1. Baldwin sets, delivers. Wheeler spoils that one back into the cage for strike 2.
Few umbrellas out for this one tonight, but it's not due to rain, so the sun, so it's nice. Umbrella out.
Certainly hot and certainly sunny. First base umpire calling an illegal pitch there. Two-two count. Changeup misses out for ball 3. Full count here to Matt Wheeler to start things off in the bottom of the first. Ball 4. Wheeler gets things started with a
Now for
leadoff
the
walk.
Aces, the designated player, number 11, Brody Smith.
We'll see if Coach Andy Treist puts the bunt. We'll see if Coach Andy Treist puts the bunt on here.
So I may or may not have been talking to myself for the top half of that first inning, as having a little technical difficulty with the microphone.
If by technical difficulty you mean I didn't turn the on switch on, then yes indeed, Ryan.
Oh, and they double him up at first base. Brody Smith not able to get the bunt down. Cole Hodges came in and doubled Matt Wheeler off at first.
Now to the plate, the first baseman, number 49, Jackson Pegalo.
Brings Jackson Pegalo up. 2 outs and nobody on. Strike one. Legal pitch called. It's a ball nonetheless. Chiefs coach Kevin Collins out to discuss. Marcel Saint-Jean. 1-1 count here. Ball hit down to second and on to first for the out. We'll get this camera sorted out here and come back for the top of the second. After one complete, score is 0-0.
We had no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. And at the end of the first inning, we're at 0-0. Cole Hodges.
Still going to work on that camera. Camera crew is, tech crew's done a great job so far for us. Cody Hodges to lead things off for the Ottawa Valley Chiefs here in the top of the second. Both coaches had lengthy conversations with the umpiring crew. Oh, is that going to hit a car?
Oh, it's bounced off the screen, Ryan.
Oh, bounced off the screen, okay.
Hodges made a nice play coming in tight on that sack bunt attempt to double off Smith and Weiler that past inning.
Hodges skies that one. Oh, great running attempt there by third baseman Riley Torrey. Just off his glove. Gives Hodges a second chance. For those who are unaware, behind the diamond here in Carp is a residential street. And
Juanita Street.
Juanita Street. One of my colleagues lives right behind the diamond here. And the odd foul ball will make it over onto the street. And there are cars that pass by. I have heard, I've never seen, but I have heard a car get hit before. Hodges spoils that one, stays alive. 0-2 count. O2 pitch is on the way from Nick Ford, to Cole Hodges. Gets him swinging strike 3. First out of the inning.
That's 2 Ks now for Ford.
Valley, we have the left fielder number 9, Hudson Collins.
Hudson Collins at the dish. Sits back on that changeup, pushes it into the hole, it's short, and is in there with a single.
Collins has been counted upon for a single or two every game. He's really been a reliable hitter for the Chiefs lineup.
Nice play by Robbie Black to knock that one down, just not able to get up in time and muster a throw, so wisely holds on to it, and Collins is in there with the infield single. Brings Walker Lyons to the plate. See if they lay a bunt down, use Collins' speed. He's going on the straight steal. He's in there with the head first slide. Ball did get away, but good defense by the junior aces to back up the throw and keep Collins firmly at second. See if Walker Lyons can cash him now. Just the one out. Pushes it down the first base line. He is retired. Collins advances to third on the out.
Now up for Ottawa Valley, we have the shortstop, number 13, Trevor Beaulieu.
Trevor Beaulieu at the dish. 2 outs. Hudson Collins on third. Nick Ford looking to end the threat for the Aces. Illegal pitch called. And the runner scores from third. Tough call there for the Aces, and Nick Ford on the illegal pitch with a runner on third.
That's the first time I've seen a run scored on an illegal pitch this tournament, Ryan. Of course, with an illegal pitch, it's a ball on the batter, and any runners on base advance 1 base.
If I'm not mistaken, I do believe there were a few scored in the Owen Sound Selects versus, I'm not sure if it was Alviston. It was a big first inning.
Okay.
And there were 2 or 3 that came in on an illegal pitch. I was not doing that game myself, but I did hear about it. Beaulieu, the 1-1 count. Spoils that one off into the fence. Pushes the count to 1-2. I think we have our camera back up and running. Big thank you to Sheldon and Sean here in the booth and all the work they've been doing this week. Can't thank them enough.
They are indeed trained professionals.
Woodyer strikes out. Ball is dropped, but on to first to complete the out. 1 run scored on 1 hit.
In the top of
No
the
errors,
second, we
no
had
left
1
on
run,
base.
1 hit, no errors.
1-0
and nobody
after
left on
1.5.
base.
Back for the bottom of the second, leading things off for the Alviston Junior Aces, Josh Hamilton. Strike 1. Outside corner.
Baldwin certainly has no issues with the shoot, Ryan. He's a very straight ahead type pitcher. The base umpire previously was discussing the requirement for him to pause prior to delivering the ball, but I don't think the shoot will be an issue for Corey.
Two balls, 1 strike. Yes, he can work quickly. Was a point of emphasis, then was not, and appears to have returned. So we'll see how this continues to affect this elimination game here this afternoon. Ball 3. Through on count, Hamilton hoping to get things started for the Aces. And he does. The leadoff walk.
Now batting for the Aces, we have their second baseman, number 20, Andrew Van Bokel.
Second baseman Andrew Van Bokel comes up with Josh Hamilton on first, and we've seen him do a lot this week. Adam, beautiful play at second. Threw really well yesterday in relief of Nick Ford. And takes that one back up the middle. Hamilton wisely stays put at second. First pitch swing, Van Bokel drives it up the middle.
Now batting the third
And the
baseman,
Aces are in
number
business
22,
here
Riley
with
Torrey.
runners at first and second and nobody out.
Riley Torrey up here in a situation where some teams will bunt to move the runners to second and third with nobody out, to sacrifice 1 out to attempt to get those 2 runs. We'll see if Coach Treast puts the bunt on here.
Chiefs certainly think so. The corner's in. Torrey swinging away. The first pitch, a 1 count. Certainly still have to be mindful. Teams will let a guy swing at the first pitch and then sometimes put the bunt sign on. Chiefs third baseman back right now Dyson Cassidy slowly creeping in. Square to bunt. And they throw Hamilton out at third.
Appeared to be the fake bunt steal play that was on there, but that definitely did not fool the Chiefs as shortstop came over there, and Trevor Beaulieu was on the money to tag him out as Sam Bowman made a great throw to third.
Great cover by Beaulieu. Great throw by Bowman. And Van Bokel's still on first with one out. Swings through the pitch, strike two, 2-2 count. Not sure. Oh, they did. First base umpire did call an illegal pitch there. Van Bokel advances to second. Believe it'll be a 3-1 count. I believe it'll be 3-1 count. I'm not sure. Well, I stand corrected. Count is 2-1. Two count. Riley Torrey with one out. Van Bokel on second. Baldwin high with that changeup. Pushes the count full.
Corey really didn't throw a changeup up until a couple of years ago. So he's been working on that pitch to bring it into the repertoire, and I think every high-level pitcher needs at least the threat of a change on occasion.
That one's fouled off to stay alive. Agreed, Adam. Change the eye level and change of speed. Payoff pitch for Baldwin. Gets him swinging. And Bokel takes a big jump, but wisely goes back to second.
Now
Two
to
out.
the plate for the Aces, we have number 88, the center fielder, Ethan Smith.
First strikeout of the game for Baldwin.
Brings Ethan Smith to the dish. 2 outs and a runner on second. Leaves that change up high again. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Outside for ball 2.
MRI was all right, yeah. 10 minutes. Lay down like a big dog and they're good.
Quick little conference here. Catcher Sam Bowman just making sure Baldwin's okay. Rise ball up. Three-0 count. Ball 4 down. Ethan Smith draws the 2-out walk.
Now batting the left fielder, number 12, Charlie Pierce.
Charlie Pierce at bat with 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Alviston threatening. Charlie Pierce trying to cash at least the runner from second, if not more. Ball inside. While we're here, I give a big thank you here to my partner Adam Brown for keeping the scorebook for us and allowing both of us the opportunity to refer back to what players have done throughout the game and keep the fans at home informed. That's a ball up and out, according to home plate umpire.
Corey's not usually too animated out in the pitching circle, so he must be getting pretty displeased to be gesturing in that manner. I guess a combination of illegal pitches and feeling he's being squeezed.
That one's pulled into left. 1 run will score. Van Bokel from second. Ethan Smith advances, and
Now batting number
Charlie
17,
Pierce has
the
himself an
shortstop,
RBI
Robbie
single.
Black.
Brings up Robbie Black. Ace is looking to do the same thing and score that runner from second. First pitch. Pushed foul down the left field line. And into the porta potty.
One of our many sponsors here for the Softball Canada Under-23 Men's National Fast Pitch Championship here in Carp.
Purple potties.
Purple Potties.
Aptly named. And one of our wonderful volunteers, Paul Griffith, bringing that ball back in.
Not only is he a volunteer, he's also our resident meteorologist, always keeping us up to date on the latest weather.
Not sure where he appeared from, but ball came back. There we go. Strike 3 looking for Baldwin and gets himself out of that jam. Aces do put up 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. After 2 complete innings, we are tied at 1 apiece.
Teeing up here in the top of the 3rd inning for the Osgood Valley Chiefs is Sam Bowman, the catcher. The red-headed, bearded wonder here is a veteran member of the Chiefs team. He's been catching for Corey Baldwin for quite a period of time. Sure he hopes to contribute with the stick here to lead things off in a 1-1 tied ball game.
As a side note, Adam, I did hear the Alviston coach having a conversation with Sam on his walk back or by down to first base, checking in on Sam in the sun and making sure he'd put sunscreen on today.
I think all people should liberally apply sunscreen today, but most definitely those redheads in the crowd.
Bowman squares, illegal pitch is called. Ball 2. As you said, it's going to be a warm one on the weekend. It's been a heat alert put on for the Carp area with temperatures in the high 20s to low 30s and humidex values pushing into the high 30s and low 40s. So it's going to be a warm weekend, to say the least.
I see a gentleman up in the stands here relaxing in the sun. No shirt on, catching some rays.
Basking,
We'll say basking. There's a splash pad here as well at the Carp Fairgrounds for those of you looking to cool off.
Bowman pushes that 2-1 pitch down to third. Bobbled by Robbie Black.
Now up for Ottawa Valley.
Sorry, not Robbie
right
Black.
Fielder number
Apologies.
3, Austin
Riley
Eady.
Torrey. And Bowman is in there at first base. Tough hop for Riley Torrey. Wasn't quite able to corral it.
Brings things around to the top of the order, and Austin Eady. Eady Cade looking in his first appearance at the plate.
So the Chiefs with the leadoff runner on. And that one is pulled foul down the third baseline.
One ball, one strike. Put.
1-1 count to Austin Eady. Change up down for a ball. 2-1 count.
Eady's a member of Team Ontario. There's several Team Ontario players at this tournament that will be participating in the Canada Summer Games in Niagara in mid-August.
That one as well. Ripped down the third baseline. Two count.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Put.
Come out. Come on, Nick. Come on in.
Keep throwing Eady inside, and he keeps spoiling them down the third baseline. Hoping to get one that he can straighten out here.
Come on.
Put.
Hey, you Nick. Come on there. Come on.
Bowman hung out. He's back in time.
Took a huge jump there. Not sure exactly what Sam's intentions were on that play, unless possibly the batter Eady missed a sign.
3, 2.
Not too sure. 3-2 count. Eady hoping to square something up here. Fouls that one back again, keeping the count at 3-2. Bowman was on the move there, so hit and run may have been on the previous pitch. And
I would assume so. The amount of the distance he got off the bag, that must have been the case, Ryan. And perhaps Austin Eady missed the sign.
Ford gets him swinging, strike 3.
Up now for Ottawa Valley, we have the second baseman number 10, Eli Bratney.
1 out. Eli Bratney at the dish. Sorry, Dyson
we have
Cassidy.
the third baseman number 16, Dyson Cassidy.
Need to trust my partner and not the PA announcer.
I think you'd have learned by now, Ryan.
Pulls that one to second. Bowman advances. Dyson Cassidy out at first. Now we have Eli Bratney.
Number 10, the second baseman, Eli Bratney.
2 outs. Sam Bowman standing on second, hoping to come around and score second run of the game for the Chiefs. That one's pushed up the middle. Bowman rounds third. Throw comes in, not in time, and Bratney is safe at second. So Bratney pushed that one up
Now
the middle.
To the plate, we have the designated player,
Bowman
number
came around
2,
third.
Kurt McCann.
There was an attempt by Ethan Smith to get him at home. Not successful, and Bratney advanced on the throw.
It's a quick decision that has to be made on a play like that, Ryan, but you might have been better off just tossing it into second to keep Bratney at first. I think it was a fairly low percentage play at home. Bowman is a catcher, runs fairly decently. There were 2 outs on that, and Coach Collins elected not to use the 2-out catcher because I think he trusted that Sam's speed was reasonably good.
So we'll see if Kurt McCann can keep things going and Cash Bratney from second. Sits back on that change.
McCann scorched a home run last night, Ryan, off of what many might regard as the top pitcher here at this tournament, Riley Mannion of the Osgood Sound Selects, Owen Sound Selects. McCann hit one to straightaway center on a rope.
He's hit a few. I think he's hit 2 or 3 this week, and they get out in a hurry.
McCann would be the second member of the Ottawa Valley Chiefs who's a member of Team Ontario participating at the Canada Summer Games. That's well
that
struck.
One's ripped into right. Here comes Bratney. No throw. And they hold McCann at first with the RBI single.
Now to the plate, the first baseman, number 8, Cole Hodges.
Brings Cole Hodges to the plate. Struck out swinging his first at bat.
Hodges can hit for power, as you know, Ryan. He's a member of the Greater Ottawa Fastball League. He's hit a few homers.
He's also got speed and hit some inside the park home runs as well. See what he can do here. Nick Ford hoping to get out of trouble. Ford gets the sign, sets, rocks, and fires up in the zone. Ford gets a sign. Throws a changeup, called an illegal pitch. McCann will advance to second. I believe that pushes the count to 3-1. Another illegal pitch called. Ball 4. McCann advances to third. I feel for Ford here, Adam. He's landing in the same spot every time. You can see his landing spots.
I'll be honest, Ryan, I don't understand the rule as much as I probably should. Clearly, home plate umpire Malcolm Murray is interpreting what Ford is doing as being out of the chute. Some discussion now between umpire Murray and Coach Andy Treist. It's certainly something that has been emphasized at some points during the tournament and perhaps not at others. So
certainly disheartening and frustrating for Nick Ford here. As I said earlier in the broadcast, Adam, you and I did the game yesterday between the Alviston Junior Aces and the Saskatchewan Dual Pride, and not one illegal pitch was called, and I don't see anything different happening here today than happened yesterday.
So now we have Hudson Collins at bat here. Ryan, the left fielder, who, as earlier discussed, has been hitting well for the Chiefs. The youngsters singled in his previous at bat and actually ended up scoring on
an
illegal pitch
from third base.
All right.
We have another illegal pitch called. So McCann will advance and score from third. Cole Hodges will advance to second. Coach Andy Treese has called time. Might have to make a pitching change. So it would appear. So it looks like Sloan. I'm going to forget his name here. Is it Carson Sloan? Connor Sloan. Thank you, Adam. Looks like Connor Sloan's going to warm up down the left field line here. He's coming in cold. Home plate umpire attempting to have a conversation on more than one occasion here with the Alviston Junior Aces coaching staff, and they don't seem to want to engage wisely.
The other option that Andy Treese has is who's the guy that's currently playing second base, Andrew Van Boekel. He's a good pitcher too.
Threw great yesterday.
He did, yeah. Long, lean, athletic fella. But it looks like, as you said, Connor Sloan's warming up to possibly come in and pitch. Or no. Multiple changes perhaps on coming here.
Looks like Van Boekel might be the one coming into the game here.
He was just given the ball, so I guess Van Boekel will come in to pitch.
Getting some different comments. Agreed. Ford is out of the chute. But again, as I stated, we've seen him throw several times, and we did the game yesterday. There wasn't one illegal pitch called, and I think we at 5 now, Adam? Maybe 6 illegal pitches called?
Yeah, quite a few, at least 5.
So Van Boekel came into the game yesterday, did a great job in relief of Nick Ford. I believe he came in the second inning. Did a great job limiting Pride hitters. He's hoping to do the same here again against the Ottawa Valley Chiefs. Comes in.
Is that? I'm not sure whether that's playful or that's. It's apparently not. Seems to be some sort of dispute between the shortstop and Cole Hodges on second base.
Cole was having a conversation the other day, I believe, with the Newfoundland players when he was playing first base.
All right, scorekeeper. Well, number 44 out. Number 16 in. And this one, 44 is out there, 16's in. 16 is going to play second base. And number 20 is from top.
Well, we'll see if Van Boekel can stop the bleeding here. And Hodges still having a conversation now with Van Boekel.
So it looks like through the changes here, Ryan, that Austin Cooper is going to go into Ford's position in the order, which is the flex position. So he won't be batting. He'll be playing second base. And Andrew Van Boekel, as we previously discussed, is moving from second base into the pitcher's circle.
Two-0 count here on Collins. Van Boekel inherited a 1-0 count. That's up in the zone for ball 3. Collins squares. 3-0. Strike one. Here we go. 3-1 count. Van Boekel sets, delivers. Push foul down the left field line for strike two. Here's a 3-2 pitch on the way. Van Boekel gets him swinging. That's 3 outs. Ends the inning. Chiefs managed to get 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 man left on base.
So here in the bottom of the 3rd inning with, looks like a play on that. Yes, Hodgins catches the foul pop-up to Matt Weiler, and that's a quick first out for Corey Baldwin. That brings up the 2nd hitter, the designated player, Brody Smith.
1 pitch, 1 out for Cole.
Now batting,
Sorry, the
number
put away by
11,
Cole
Brody
Hodges on that
Smith.
pop-up down the first base line. Brody Smith at the dish, designated player. Pushes that one over short. Collins fields it, gets it in quickly.
Now
A
batting,
1 out
number
single for
49,
Brody Smith.
the first baseman, Jackson Pegalo.
Pegalo grounded out 4-3 in his first at-bat.
Throw down by Bowman. They've got him at second. Great play by Sam Bowman.
I think you'd have to call that a hometown bounce, even though the Valley Chiefs don't regularly play here. We'll still call that a hometown bounce as they're the host team in this
We have
event.
discussed several times this week the favorable bounces you can get here in Carp on this backstop. As I've said, I've fallen victim to them. In case of Brody Smith right there, and I've, as a catcher, used them to my advantage. So 2 outs. Change up misses. 2 balls, no strikes.
We're attacking here. We're attacking. What do you say here? Come on.
Jackson Pegalo had himself a game yesterday that we were announcing, Adam.
He did.
On base 3 times, I think 3 or 4 times, was it?
Yeah, he hit well. Had a good eye to play too.
Draws another walk here. 2 outs. On the top of the 3rd. For the Alviston Junior Aces.
Now batting the catcher, number 15, Josh Hamilton.
Josh Hamilton, who was referred to in the chat here as Hambone previously. He walked in his previous at-bat in the 2nd inning.
He's caught stealing. Pulls that one to 2nd. On to 1st for the 3rd out. Ends the inning. After 3 complete here in Carp, Ottawa Valley Chiefs 4.
In the bottom of the 3rd, we had no runs,
Alviston
1
Junior
hit,
Aces,
no
1.
errors, and no one left.
And we're back.
Alviston just reported a change there, Ryan. It sounds
We have
like
a defensive change for
Ryan
Alviston.
Mallett's
Ryan
coming into the
Mallett,
game.
Number 10 in for Matt Wheeler, number 33.
Mallett played 2nd for the Aces yesterday. He's also been their DP. I think he's going in the left field. And we'll try and get it sorted for you. I think Ethan Smith is still in center. Not sure who's in right now.
Now to the plate for Ottawa Valley, we have number
Could be
7,
Charlie
center
Pearson
fielder
right.
Walker
Make a
Lyons.
shift over that way.
Yeah, that looks like it's the case there, Ryan, that Charlie Pierce has shifted over to right and Malot's gone to left.
Dan Moko with the first pitch ball up and out of the zone. Big shout out to all those of you at home, or work I should say, doing double duty. Working and tuning into the broadcast to cheer on your favorite team or just watch some great fastball here. And Boko up in the zone. 3 balls, no strikes. To Walker Lyons of the Ottawa Valley Chiefs. Ball 4.
You shut him up.
Now batting for Ottawa Valley, we have the shortstop number 13, Trevor Boyle.
Bolya's in a good place to make a difference here, Ryan.
Wow. No pun intended, of course, right?
Sorry.
Squares to bunt.
I've been waiting to use that one for a while. I wonder if any of the Softball Quebec people are still on.
I hope not, because they're probably cringing at that poor joke. I will give you credit, though. It's a bilingual one.
Merci, Ryan. As we're joking around here, things appear to be getting serious, Ryan. There seems to be some issues between the Chiefs bench and the Aces players.
Catcher Josh Hamilton, that's the second time he's asked the home plate umpire. He seems to be taking particular exception. Can't hear what's being said.
He must feel there's some inappropriate comments from the Chiefs bench directed toward the youngster Van Boekel, who is still U20 eligible.
Catcher protecting his pitcher as he should. Well, you're facing 2 strikes here. Walker Lyons punched over at first. Might be going. Nope. And Boekel misses. Home plate umpire goes and has a conversation with Van Boekel, thinking maybe he threw that one intentionally. I'm not sure he'd waste a pitch like that. Up 0-2 in the count, as Van Boekel told the home plate umpire. 1-2 pitch on the way. Van Boekel has been up in the zone. I don't think there was any intent, and Boudier assured him no offense was taken. Runner on second, nobody out. Boudier goes down swinging.
Got a comment from my good friend Ed in Shawville that thought that joke was hilarious. Oh no, wait a minute. He's cringing. Sorry.
I will say it was the right time and the right place to use that joke at.
Bowman was the lucky recipient of an error at his last time at bat. Got on and scored a run.
Turned the Jets on from second. Came around to score. And has now worked a 2-0 count. See if he squares to bunt here. He will. Pulls back. 2-1. Might have just been a play on from second to see what the Aces would do. They played it well defensively and no harm done. Bowman pushes it back up the middle. Van Boekel freezes him. Lyons takes third anyhow on the throw to first. Good base running by Walker Lyons.
Now batting for Ottawa Valley.
2 down for the
fielder,
Chiefs.
Number 3, Austin Eady.
Van Boekel hoping to get out of trouble here.
Austin Eady struck out twice already, but he's a good hitter. Might be time that he breaks out of the slump and cashes this 5th run that is set on the table here for the Ottawa Valley Chiefs.
Hard back up the middle. Knocked down off Van Boekel. And on to first for the out. Gets himself out of trouble. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on base. Score remains 4-1. Favor the Ottawa Valley Chiefs.
In the top of the course, we had no runs, no hits, no...
So here we are in the bottom of the fourth with the Ottawa Valley Chiefs up 4-1. And the pitcher, Andrew Van Boekel, is leading things off. Corey Baldwin still winding for the Chiefs.
Ball inside. 1-0 count. Sorry. No, I was just going to say, Adam, that Baldwin's done a pretty good job thus far through the first 3 innings of keeping the Aces batters in check.
Yeah, 1 run, 3 hits. He struck out a pair. And only 2 illegal pitches, I think.
Ball 2.
Just going to give a shout out right now, Ryan, to our title sponsor, Alterna Savings. A big event like this is not possible, and the committee that runs this U23 Men's Softball Canada Championships thanks Alterna Savings for their support of the event.
Van Boekel pushes that one down the right field line. Foul. 2-1 count as he leads things off here for the Aces in the bottom of the fourth.
There's a couple of other Softball Canada Championships this week. One not too far away, about 2 hours or so from Carp in Napanee, the U20 men's. Napanee Express, last I checked, were 4-0 and leading the table at that event. There's a bit of local talent playing on that team. The other event this week is the U15 Boys National Championships being played in Wilmot Township in the town of New Hamburg, just west of Kitchener. Nice facility there. I was just down there a few weeks ago with my son for the U20 Elims. Then, of course, next week in Saskatoon at the Gordie Howe Complex is the U17 Boys National Championship. I've never been there, Ryan, but I hear the Gordie Howe facility is probably the best in Canada for fast-pitch softball.
It is top-notch, to say the least.
Might be between the Gordie Howe Complex in Saskatoon and the Softball City Complex in Surrey, BC. I hear that one's amazing as well.
Have not been to that one. But softball's certainly alive and well here in Canada. 3-2 count here to Van Boekel. Pushes that one down the right field line. Clears Kurt McCann, who is warming up down the right field line for the Chiefs.
Come on.
3-2 up. Oh, sorry, 3-2 pitch. Pushed into center in there for a single, and great at bat and great piece of hitting by Van
Now
Boekel.
batting the third baseman, number 22, Riley Torrey.
Excels at multiple defensive positions and does well at the plate too.
If anybody out there knows if it's Van Boekel or Van Boekel, I didn't get a chance to ask him yet. I should have, and I apologize. I believe it's Van Boekel.
Looks like Baldwin might be being removed here because Bowman's being removed for the game, and he's paired up with Baldwin. And Lyons ran in from center field, so it looks like he'll be going in to catch for Kurt McCann. Baldwin been going along pretty well there, Ryan, and it was just a single that was hit, but I guess out of an abundance of caution, Coach Kevin Collins wants to make sure that the lead's preserved.
He's certainly been a workhorse for the Ottawa Valley Chiefs this week, throwing a lot of innings. So Kurt McCann will be in. Corey Baldwin out. Sam Bowman out. And go ahead, Adam.
I believe Brady McCann was entered into center field there, Kurt's younger brother. We'll get the official change shortly, but I'm assuming what they're doing is Kurt McCann's a designated player, so he'd be coming in on defense, which he can as the designated player. Corey Baldwin would be the flex, that Brady McCann, that's a great question. Walker Lyons is coming in to catch. We know that because he came in to get his equipment. It looked like Brady McCann went out to play center field.
Oh,
let's
here,
see.
let's have a listen.
15 out, 12 in.
15 out, 12 in.
Two is going into pitch.
And McCann is in the pitch.
Come on, second base.
There's a change at second base, but I didn't quite hear what it was, Adam. I'm not sure if you did.
No, I didn't. So Brady McCann is going into the flex spot, so he'll play center field and not hit, essentially replacing Baldwin.
Right. Number 7.
We see Lyons here in the catching gear, so he's obviously catching, and we see Kurt McCann pitching, so he's clearly coming from his designated player role into pitch. So it looks like Sam Bowman might be remaining in the game as the offensive player only, which is an option. You don't have to be a flex or DP. You can be the offensive player only when you have a designated player in the lineup. So perhaps that's the move that Coach Collins has made.
I'm not sure, and to be honest with you, home plate umpire trying to sort it out here with our official scorekeeper. I didn't quite hear all the changes, Adam, but maybe the PA announcer will sort that out with the official scorekeeper and we'll be able to piggyback. Okay, so quick reset. Van Boekel's on first with nobody
Now
out.
pitching Kurt McCann.
Kurt McCann into pitch. Riley Torrey up to bat.
A quick thanks to Brenda Gundy Whitehead for confirming we were saying Van Boekel correctly. Thanks. We want to get everybody's name correctly as much as possible.
Big jump at first. Lyons looks him back. Riley Torrey spoils that one behind the screen. Lands a couple of feet from a young fan enjoying the splash pad. Torrey lays off that one. 3-1 count here for Torrey. Van Boekel's still on first and nobody out. The Ace is trying to get something going in the bottom of the fourth. Torrey turns on that one. It is a no-doubter. Up and over the tent and into the parking lot, I believe. Wow, what a hit by Riley Torrey.
Let's go! Come on! Come on, boy!
So McCann's going to have to reset there. We got a one-run game now. There's nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. Ethan, oh, sorry, I was just going to say.
Still nobody out.
Yeah, Ethan Smith's coming up. He walked the last time, Ryan.
Ethan Smith manages to check his swing on that one, according to first base umpire. Ken threw a great changeup to start out the at-bat, but he held his hands. Little check swing back to McCann, on to first. One retired.
Getting a few texts here, Ryan. I think I should send a shout out to the hard-working guys at Hydro Ottawa. They're probably working really hard and have the game just playing in the background, I would imagine.
That is fair.
They're fast-pitch softball players and fans, so can't begrudge them that.
McCann rocks and fires. Push to second. Great scoop there. On to first. Bratney stuck with that one.
12, the left fielder, Charlie Pierce.
Charlie Pierce up.
Number
Sorry.
17, shortstop
Robbie Black. That was Charlie Pierce. Robbie Black up. Again, I'm listening to the announcer instead of reading the scorebook. And climbs the ladder and gets the pop up at third. Retire the side. After 4 complete. Ottawa Valley Chiefs 4. The Alviston Junior Aces 3.
In the bottom of the 4th, we had 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Dyson Cassidy.
Leading things off here in the top of the 5th for the Ottawa Valley Chiefs, Dyson Cassidy. Pushes it up the middle. Bobbled by the second baseman, Austin Cooper. Tough bounce there. And Dyson Cassidy is in at first base. Not sure if they'll score that a single.
Now
That's a tough hop and a tough play. He's got some wheels.
Eli Brackney.
Brings Eli Bratney up to the plate. The runner on first.
He's 2 for 2 with an RBI so far.
Then Bokel misses high. 1 ball. Here's the 1-0 pitch. He squares. And gets out of the way of that pitch up and in. 2-0. Pitch on the way. Swinging. Great scoop by the shortstop. On to first for the double play. Robbie Black with a beautiful scoop at short. Stepped on second, threw it to first for the first and second out of the inning.
Now up number 2, the pitcher, Kurt McCann.
Brings pitcher Kurt McCann to the plate. 2 outs and nobody on. Chiefs half of the 5th. One count. McCann's certainly able to change the score with one swing, as he has on several occasions this tournament. Short, Robbie Black. McCann runs well, beats the throw.
Now up the
Tough
first
play for Robbie
baseman,
Black.
number 8, Cole Hodges.
Going into the hole is short and having a plant, turn, and throw. McCann beats it out. The Chiefs have a base runner and Cole Hodges up. Looks at ball 1. Hodges drew a walk on a couple of illegal pitches last at bat. Chops that one foul down the third baseline. So 1 ball, 1 strike. McCann on first. Van Boekel looking to get out of the inning. Which is in there for a strike. Van Boekel sets. 1-2 pitch on the way. Hodges pulls that through the hole for a single. And the Chiefs are in business with 2 outs. McCann on second and Hodges on first.
Now up, number 9, the left fielder, Hudson Collins.
Hudson Collins at bat.
So Hudson's had a single earlier this game, and he scored the first run for the Chiefs on an illegal pitch. He actually stole a base in that at-bat as well, in that sequence as well. He struck out his second at-bat.
And Boekel with a tough play. Collins beats this one out as well. And the bases are
plate,
juiced
number 7, the
for
catcher, Walker Lyons.
Walker Lyons. Another tough play for the Aces on the infield. And
Yeah, it's just a tough break. You can't make, there's no, very, very difficult to make that play with someone who runs well.
yes. So McCann on third, Hodges on second, Collins on first. Walker Lyons with a chance to do some damage here. First pitch is up and in for ball 1.
Walker walked in his previous at-bat, grounded out directly to the first baseman in his first one.
Lyons swings at that one, down and in. 1-1 count. Boekel sets, rocks, fires. Lyons pushes that to second, scooped up onto first and ends the threat. No runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 3 left on base, or 1 error, sorry. How many errors, Adam?
Yeah, there was the one error that opened
One
it up.
error.
At least it was an error in my book. We'll see how the scorer puts it down.
In the top of the 5th, we had no
Let's have a
runs,
listen.
3 hits, 1 error, and 3 left on base.
There we go. Official scorekeeper Adam Brown up here in the booth at least.
number 10, Ryan Malott.
So we're at the top of the order here for Alviston in the bottom of the 5th inning. Ryan Malott, who came into the game in the top of the 4th as a defensive replacement and is in left field, will start things off. It's his first at-bat of the game.
Goes around on his check swing there. Strike one. He'll be followed by Brody Smith and Jackson Pegalo. Another changeup from McCann. Watt swings through that one. Strike two.
He'll throw the changeup multiple times in a row, Ryan. I saw McCann throw, I think I saw him throw 3 or 4 in a row at one point in a previous game, so he's not afraid to go to it multiple times. And from my understanding, he works with his catcher, Walker Lyons, pretty exclusively, so I guess they have an understanding of what he's comfortable pitching.
It's a pretty good one. 2-2 count. Here to Ryan Malott, leading things off for the Aces. And he gets him on another changeup. Beautiful changeup from Kurt McCann. First out.
Now up number 11, the designated player, Brody Smith.
So Brody Smith hit into a double play first time at bat. He attempted to sack bunt and popped up and resulted in a double play. And his next at bat he singled but was caught stealing.
That one pulled down to first.
Now up the first baseman, number 49, Jackson Pegalo.
That brings Pegalo to the plate. The first baseman grounded out in his first at-bat and then walked in his second at-bat. Looks like Coach Andy Treist is sending in a pinch runner for Brody Smith.
Austin Cooper.
Oh, I see. He's bringing in the flex player to run for the designated player, which is one of the things you can do with when you have a flex player and a designated player in the lineup.
A lot of little intricacies here in the softball game compared to those who primarily watch Major League Baseball. A lot more options in softball than you have in the majors.
It helps with roster size too. You don't have to carry, 25 guys. You can have a smaller roster because of the re-entry options and so on. Because if you do someone goes in and substitutes, you can re-enter the player in the original lineup instead of having that player burnt. So it gives you a lot of options, that designated player and the re-entry rule in fast pitch softball.
So with that, Austin Cooper's on first. Running for Brody Smith. Pegalo pushes that one into the left field gap. Brought in and thrown back to first by the center fielder.
Now up for the Aces, number 15, the catcher, Josh Hamilton.
Brady McCann tracked that nicely to get his brother Kurt an out and make it 2 down in the bottom of the 5th.
Brings up catcher Josh Hamilton. 2 outs, and Austin Cooper is still running at first base.
Hamilton walked in the second inning and grounded out in the third.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Change up high in the zone for ball 2. Hitters count here for Hamilton with a 2-0 count. A runner on first. Ball 3 inside.
Pitch looked pretty good, Ryan. I guess it just was a little bit inside. McCann wanted that one, as viewers can see.
Gets that one. 3-1 count. Swinging at that 3-1 pitch. Fouls it off. 3-2 count, 2 out. Austin Cooper will be on the move.
3, 2.
Fouled off to stay alive. Everyone's reset. Cooper will be on the move again. Kent's 3-2 payoff pitch on the way. Pushed into left. Collins camping under it. Retires Hamilton for the 3rd out of the inning. After 5 complete, score Ottawa Valley Chiefs 4, Alviston Junior Aces 3.
Was that right?
So we're back here in the top of the 6th.
Now batting for the Ottawa Valley.
Ottawa Valley
Shortstop
Chiefs are
number
leading
13,
4-3.
Trevor.
Just as a quick explanation of how this seeding round works, the loser of this game is eliminated from the event. They'll have no more games. The winner of this will play the 5th seed, which is the Delisle, Saskatchewan Pride team. The winner of that game will get the 5th seed. The loser will get the 6th. But you win this game, you stay alive to play Saturday. You lose this game, you're eliminated from the Under-23 Men's Softball Canada Championship for 2022.
Bollier leading things off for the Chiefs. The top of the 6th. Van Boekel misses the zone there. Ball 1.
Beaulieu struck out twice so far today.
Fouls that one off. The 1-1 count. Good crowd here around the park, Adam, and I think it's going to be even better come this evening.
Yeah, I think it should fill up pretty good, Ryan. It's going to be a great evening of fast pitch and entertainment here at the National Championship.
If you happen to be listening and you're thinking of making your way, you don't want to wait too long because we do have a great game coming up at 4 o'clock between the Tavistock Merchants and the Owen Sound Selects.
Following this game, scheduled at 3:30, is the awards presentation where all the All-Stars will be awarded and most valuable pitcher, most valuable player, and so on. So looking forward to that to see who gets recognized.
Strike on the outside corner. Pushes the count full to Beaulieu, looking to get on and get things started here for the Chiefs. He draws the leadoff walk. Brings Kyle Weiss to the plate.
Now up number 4, the catcher, Kyle Weiss.
He will square to bunt. Pulls back, ball 1. Both players get the sign from Coach Kevin Collins. Weiss will square again. Just pushes it foul. Count sits at 1-1.
One ball, one strike.
Weiss squares again. Pulls back. Ball 2. And Boko delivers. Weiss does get this one down. No play at second, on to first for the out. Riley Torrey able to get back to third and cover.
Number 3, Austin Edie.
Keeping Beaulieu at second.
Edie struck out twice and grounded out in his 3 appearances. But he'll be looking to cash Trevor Beaulieu running on second base.
Hoping to change his fortunes here, Adam. He's batting leadoff for a reason. Looks at a strike on the inside corner. Ball 1. From ball 1 strike. Boko leaves that changeup up in the zone. Ball 2. Ball 3 up.
3 balls, 1 strike.
3-1 count here to Austin Edie. Can he get on for the first time and hopefully cash Beaulieu from second? Van Boko hoping to shut the door. Ball 4.
Now up to the plate for Ottawa Valley, the 3rd baseman, number 16, Dyson Cassidy.
Now Cassidy up with runners on first and second, 1 out. Looks at a strike on the outside corner.
Chiefs hoping to score for the first time since Van Bokel came into the game.
Done a great job so far in relief of Nick Ford, who ultimately wasn't throwing poorly, just needed to be pulled because was continually being called for illegal pitches by home plate umpire. Cassidy skies that one in behind second. No tag by either runner. 2 outs.
Now to the plate, the second baseman, number 10, Eli Bratany.
Eli's 2 for 3 here today. He's also got a run batted in. He hit into a double play the last time he was at bat, but it was a scorched ball, so Coach Collins hoping for big things from him on this at bat, I'm sure.
Looks at a strike. Didn't agree with it on the outside corner. Looked a bit wide, but called a strike by the home plate umpire. Van Boekel will take it. Trying to get out of a mini jam here at runners first and second. Going to peel that down to third. Looked like he went around. Umpire says no. One count. Pushes that one into the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Van Boekel way up here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners on first and second. 2 out. Trying to get out of a jam here and keep the Aces' hopes alive. Pulled the second, on to first. 3 away. Through 5.5. Score remains Ottawa Valley Chiefs 4, Alviston Junior Aces 3. Okay, bottom half of the 6th here. Just in case any of you are wondering, we have given multiple shout-outs to our
20, the pitcher,
video crew here in the booth. We had a board blow up just before game 1 today, and they've done an incredible job keeping these 2 cameras going. They're hoping to get more camera angles, but it's not plug and play, so they're doing the best they can.
So Andrew Van Boekel's leading things off here for the Aces, Ryan, and he's 2 for 2, and he scored 2 of the 3 runs for the Aces today.
Starts out way up here with the 2-0 count. See if McCann gives him anything to hit, or he'd be surprised to see another changeup. Oh, up and out. Ball 3.
Come out.
Strike on the outside corner for a 3-1 count. Van Boekel looks at ball 4 down in the dirt. Draws another leadoff walk.
Now to the plate, the third baseman, number 22, Riley Torrey.
Torrey was the guy that ripped the 2-run shot off McCann when McCann entered the game. He was the first batter McCann faced, and Torrey took him yard. McCann certainly settled down since then, but I'm sure he'll be wary on this at-bat.
Change up, line to short. Great diving play by Beaulieu, and Van Boekel dives in first to take away any chance at a double play.
Now to the plate, the center fielder, number 88, Ethan Smith.
Beaulieu timed that well. It was a nice dive. He made a good play there.
Come on, Hollywood, let's go. Here you go, man.
Van Boekel just cleaning some dirt off and out of his pants. Ethan Smith has gotten the sign. And McCann delivers. Change up in there for a strike. Strike on the outside corner. 0-2. Change up, rip down to third base. On to first for the second out of the inning. Good
Now
scoop
to
there
the plate,
by
the left fielder, number 12,
Dyson
Charlie
Cassidy.
Pierce.
Two out here for Charlie Pierce. Runner on second base.
Charlie's another one of the Alviston players that's U20 eligible, from my understanding.
See if you can put something into play here and tie the game up. Fouled up and out of the way out behind us. 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2 pitch from McCann. Change up just up in zone for ball 1. McCann still way up in the count. 1-2. Van Boekel on second. Delivers pitch to Pierce. Fair ball down the third base line. On to first for the third out. After 6 complete, Ottawa Valley Chiefs lead the Alviston Junior Aces 4-3.
Top of the 7th now. It's crunch time. Ottawa Valley Chiefs up 4-3. We got Kurt McCann to the plate. McCann definitely can hit for power. He's 2 for 3. He's got an RBI. And he's pitching this game, so I'm sure he'd like to help the cause.
That one's under the glove of the second baseman. McCann starts things off.
That was hit hard.
Now
But-
batting the first baseman, number 8, Cole Hodges.
I think at this level you probably have to make that play, Ryan. Not saying I'd make it, but probably have to make that play.
Austin Cooper has made some plays there since he entered at second base. Unfortunately, missed that one. Cole Hodges puts his sting into one into center. McCann retreats. 1 out.
Now
The
batting
hit and run
number
was on
9,
there, Adam.
left fielder Hudson Collins.
It must have been because McCann pretty much was at second base by the time that ball was caught and had to retreat quickly to make sure he wasn't doubled off. Hudson's 2 for 3 today. Struck out in his second at-bat, but singled in his other appearances. He stole a base. Checks out the signs from Dad down on the third base box and digs in.
And Vocal fires the first pitch strike. Collins down 0-2 here in the count. And Bokel misses with that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Collins able to check his swing on that. Thought about it. Didn't go. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Collins pushes that one to second. Cooper does dig into that one. Kane goes in hard at second. Breaks up the double play. We'll see if Robbie Black's okay. Hopefully he is.
After that ball got by him earlier in the game, earlier in the inning, it was a nice play there by Cooper to knock that down and set up a possible double play.
Not sure if there's discussion or McCann just wants to apologize or what the scoop is. Looks like these guys know each other. So Black's okay. McCann is retired. Collins on first.
Now to the plate for Ottawa Valley, we have number 7, the catcher,
2
Walker
outs.
Lyons.
Walker Lyons at the dish.
Lyons has grounded out twice and walked.
Walker pushes that one to right. Collins goes first to third. Lyons has a single.
Now up the shortstop, number 13, Trevor Beaulieu.
Man on the corners for Beaulieu. He struck out a couple of times. He walked in his last appearance. Looks like a plate meeting here. Coach Tom Eady's coming out to talk to Von Bokel. Did I say plate meeting? I meant meeting in the circle. It's been a long day, Ryan.
Gonna use your bad joke again here?
Nope.
Nope, okay. Good to hear.
One and done, Mr. Clare. One and done.
Fair enough. Boldier up. Runners on first and third, 2 out. Home plate umpire notes a mound visit. Van Boekel gets a sign. Rise ball up. Ball 1. Lyons looks like he might be on the move here at first. I'm not sure. We'll see. Nope, just a big lead. Chopped down the third baseline, just foul.
Coach Kevin Collins electing to leave Walker Lyons in as the catcher. He did have the 2-out catcher option, but I guess he's confident in Lyons' speed on the base paths.
See if Bollier can put one into play here. Extend this lead. Skies it to left. Drops in, fair ball. Here we go. Chiefs are still in business, scoring a run.
I'll be honest, Ryan, when that came off the bat, that looked to me like a catchable ball, but it seemed to drop in a hurry.
Now up number 4, Kyle Weiss.
Left fielder Malott seemed to get a jump on that, but managed just to drop in and get an RBI for Trevor Bollier.
A little seeing eye single. Scores a run. Pushes the lead to 5-3 for the Chiefs. That one gets away from Hamilton. Wild pitch over his head. Walker Lyons takes third, and Bollier advances to second on the throw.
Kyle Weiss in the game here. He came in the 6th in a pinch-hitting situation and stayed in the spot here as the offensive player only. He sacrificed bunted the last time, a nice sack bunt, but it's not sacrifice time now.
It's a healthy cut at that one. 1-1. Oh, 2. Van Boekel hoping to get out of this. Limit the damage. Weiss lays off that one high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Van Boekel can shut the door here. The Aces have a chance. Down only 2. And he does. After the top half of the 7th, 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, 2 left on base. The Ottawa Valley Chiefs 5, Alviston Junior Aces 3.
Bottom of the 7th, it's a 2-run game. The Ottawa Valley Chiefs are up 5-3 over the Alviston Aces. Coming up for scheduled batters for Alviston in the bottom of the 7th is the 9-hitter, the shortstop, Robbie Black. Then we go to the top of the order, depending as to whether or not Coach Treist makes any further changes. Ryan Mallett, the left fielder, would be the next scheduled batter, and he is on the on-deck circle. And then Brody Smith, the DP, he was replaced by the flex player Austin Cooper as a pinch runner, so we'll see whether Coach Treist chooses to keep Cooper in the game to hit or puts Brody back in on the re-entry.
So it's winner go home here for the Chiefs and the Aces. Aces down 2, leading to score at least that many to keep their U23 men's nationals hopes alive. And Robbie back looks at strike 1 on the outside corner. So right now, as you said, Adam, Black, Malott, Brody Smith, or Austin Cooper. We shall see. Boldier back on that one behind third and makes the first out of the inning. McCann's done well after giving up that home run to the first batter he faced. He's done a pretty good job of shutting down the Alviston Junior Aces.
Yeah, since then he's only allowed 1 hit and 1 walk. Those are the only base runners after that leadoff bomb.
Now up number 10.
So here's Ryan Malott. With 1 out. McCann delivers. Ball just up. Change up in there for strike 2. See if McCann goes back to that. He did throw him 3 changeups in his previous at bat. Rise ball up. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch from McCann. Another changeup. A lot spoils that one. 2-2 count. Throws him another one, pulls it down the first baseline. Cole Hodges scoops it up, steps on first for the second out of the inning. The Aces down to their final out here, Adam, and hoping to keep things alive.
So they did indeed re-enter the designated player, Brody Smith. They're back up to 10, as you can do with that designated player and flex rule. Brody Smith's got 2 singles and hit into a double play earlier in the game.
Set a rise ball for strike 1. Aces need 2 here to push this game to extra innings. 3 to win. Strike 2. The Aces down to their final strike. McCann hoping to shut the door, and Brody Smith hoping to keep things alive. Chops that one to short. He wasn't sure where it was, and Boldier makes a play and throws to first for the final out of the game.
So that 5-3 win eliminates the Alviston Indians from the tournament. Aces, excuse me, that's their former name.
5 for Ottawa Valley and 3 for Alviston's Aces.
Your winning pitcher would be Kurt McCann in 4 innings of relief of Corey Baldwin, who also pitched well. Your losing pitcher would be, I guess we'd have to give the loss to Von Bokel in relief of Nick Ford. Maybe, well, let's do the math here, Ryan. I guess Nick Ford did allow that 4th run, so we'll say Nick Ford is likely the losing pitcher, and he had relief from Andrew Van Boekel, who pitched very well. The Ottawa Valley Chiefs, they had 8 hits, and the Alviston Aces, they had 6. So that moves the Ottawa Valley Chiefs on to their next seeding game. They will play the 5th seeded Delisle Saskatchewan Pride at 6:30. Next up are the awards. They're scheduled for 3:30, and that'll be followed by the 1-2 game at 4 p.m. in which the Owen Sound Selects will face off against the Tavistock Merchants to see who gets that first seed going into Saturday's playoff round. That's it from Ryan and I for now. See you at
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.